This easy yoga sequence is part of the spine yoga program. It's for all level, beginners and intermediate as well. And we have to do regularly balancing and grounding asanas, as we start to lose balancing sensation very quickly after 40. Let's start in Tadasana and apply the 5 basic principles of correct posture. Ground well with your sole and with your feet. Front side of the body up, back side of the body grounding. Engage the back part of your body. Spine inserted deeply in the back, and try to level your hip area, make it narrow. And after, with an inhale, slowly bring your hand above the head, interlace finger, turn the palms up and stretch your arms, stretch your elbow, shoulders back in the socket, wide grounding with your feet. With the next inhale, bring your hands down, interlace fingers behind your sacrum and see shoulder blades together, and see how this movement balancing the front and the back side of your body. And now let's continue with bending. With an inhale, bend to one side, hands overhead, and after to the other side as well. If you want to make an advanced version, then you can stay statically in one side and raise the opposite leg to the side and feel the good stretch to the side part of the body. Repeat the asana to the other side as well. See that you are not losing balancing. And next, slowly bring your hands overhead, and from here you can form a rhombus position, or you can touch your palms and just start to make circular movements with your trunk. With inhale, arching the spine a little bit, with exhale, rounding the spine. Repeat it a few times to the other direction as well. It's very important that we move the spine in one direction each morning. Just as well, it's the same importance to lengthen the psoas muscle every morning, so we will have a correct posture during the day. Next, bring one leg a little bit forward, and I learned this movement from Qigong, and from here, from the sacrum, slowly start to make waving motion up and back. This movement, it's very good for the spine as well, but also for the internal organs. Do it in both directions. You can do it for a few minutes as well, especially if you have menstrual cramps or bloating, then it can help. And also releasing tension at the back part of the body and the spine. And now slowly come back to the middle with the leg wide distance apart, and from here bring your hands to the back of your head and slowly exhale, bend to one side, make a round your back and come back on the other side. Bend to one side, make a round and come back on the other side. See that your feet are grounding, the hips are leveled, and you're only moving with your trunk and releasing tension at the back part of your body. Now place the hands above the knee, bend forward, bring your trunk parallel with the ground and slowly twist to one side and to the other side. Inhale to the middle, exhale twisting. Lengthen between the tailbone and the crown of the head. And after, stretch your leg and with an exhale bend forward to Prasarita Padottanasana, fingertips on the ground, and slowly walk forward with your hands, making space in the trunk. Check that your hips remain above your heels. The heels are grounded. And after, slowly you can swing to one side and to the other side. Hang your head, lengthening your spine. And after, come back to the starting position, and with an exhale we twist to one side, come back to the middle, and after, twist to the other side. We can go inside the deeper stretch as well. Place one hand to the opposite ankles, elbows close to the ground, navel close to the thighs, and with an exhale slowly twist. See that the weight is remain equal on both legs. After, come back to the middle, repeat it on the other side. Feel the good stretch in the shoulders and in the back part of your body. With an inhale, slowly come back to the middle, to Uttanasana. You can bend a little bit your knees, sitting bones looking towards the sky. Grab your elbows and just swing a little bit to one side and to the other side. And slowly, vertebra by vertebra, push yourself up to standing position. Next, bend a little bit your knee. Bring forward the psoas muscle, place your hands on your sacrum and try to narrow your hip area while a little bit bending backwards. And next we will continue with hip rotation. We're rotating the thighs in the hip socket, 4 times one direction and 4 times the other direction. Try to bring the knee as up as possible, close to the chest. And you can also try to raise the knee, stretch your legs and slowly lower the legs 4 times, and after other direction as well. It can be painful, this sequence, because usually we are a little bit lazy in our hip. And now keep it statically, knees close to the chest, see as the psoas muscle in opening in the supporting leg. Meantime, focus, don't lose the sense of balancing. And after, we repeat the sequence on the other leg as well. 4 times one direction, 4 times other direction, and after to the front. As we getting older and we experiencing a lot of stress, we start to lose connection with different parts of our body, mainly with the hip area. And that's why we are getting more lazy in the hip area, and if we are not using our hip and gluteus well, then all the strain goes to the lower back. So when you start to practice yoga mindfully and regularly, then you start to gain back close connection with the different body parts, which means that your movement will be more fine with time. And if you finish the sequence dynamically, then you can do statically as well. Lift your knee to the chest and feel the good stretch in the psoas muscle in the supporting leg. When you are ready, slowly come to the front of the mat, and now we will do a moving sequence. If you cannot do it all at once, then just rest a little bit and after try again. From Tadasana, raise the knee close to the chest and after with an exhale, come to Warrior 3 position. Do dynamically this sequence a few times. Try to not lose the sense of balancing and stick your feet to the ground. And after stay in Warrior 3 for a few breaths, you can interlace fingers behind your back and engage the total back part of your body. See that your knees are not overstretched. After come to Dancing Shiva, grab your ankle with both hands and see that you're trying to stretch up your spine. Meantime, opening the psoas muscle. You can do the one hand version as well. And after slowly come back to the middle and come to single leg chair pose. With an exhale, lower your hips a little bit down, bend your knees and make space between the sitting bones. When we're experiencing a lot of stress, then the two sitting bones are turning towards each other, with turning the legs out. It's very important in the yoga class. We put a lot of emphasis to bringing back the sitting bones and the legs to parallel. And when you are ready, change leg and start to do the moving sequence to the other leg as well. Bring the knee close to the chest and after back to Warrior 3 a few times. Try to feel each part of the sequence. Stay in your body. Now stay statically in Warrior 3. And after, grab your ankle. Dancing Shiva. Feel that all your joints are activated. And don't worry if sometimes you lose balance. With practice, you will get better. And after, slowly bring the leg forward and single leg chair position. Make space between the sitting bones. Try to keep your spine straight. And with an inhale, slowly release the position. Come forward on your mat. And after, slowly with an inhale, raise the hands above. And with an exhale, come to chair pose, twisted chair pose, Utkatasana, Parshva Utkatasana. Do dynamically a few times. Feel that you're grounding with your feet, twisting the spine and the internal organ, and stay in one side and step back with the opposite leg. Stretch your hands, stay in the twist, and after, slowly come up to Warrior 2. See that the weight is equally distributed in both legs. The front leg tight is parallel with the ground and your spine is straight. And now dynamically move to Parshva Konasana, easy version, and humble warrior. In Parshva Konasana, you can place your forearm to your thighs, stretching the side of the body, and exhale slowly back to humble warrior. Next, you can stay in Parshva Konasana, but see that you are not supporting yourself with the palm. Push the palm and the forearm against your calf and try to feel the strength in the position. If you want to go further, then you can make a loop with the hands. Keep it for a few breaths, look up. And after, slowly turn inside and come to Adho Mukha Svanasana. In Adho Mukha Svanasana, legs and hands are parallel, sitting bones looking towards the sky. And let's start a waving motion. Make a few waves in one direction and other direction. Move vertebra by vertebra. And when you are ready, then you can step or jump forward. And with an inhale, slowly come up, raise the hands above the head, and with an exhale, twist to one side. Inhale back up, and exhale, twist to the other side. Now stay on one side, step back with the other leg, stretch your hands, make a good twist, give a good twist to the spine and to the internal organs. And with an inhale, rise up to warrior two. Grounding with the legs. Weight is equally distributed on both legs. And with an exhale, slowly go to Parshvakonasana. And after, slowly up and humble warrior a few times. Feel the good stretch at the side body by moving the spine as well and keeping the legs firm and grounded. When you are ready, stay in Parshvakonasana. Squeeze together the inner calf and the outer edge of the forearm, or you can make a loop as well. Feel the strength, all the joints are activated. Now slowly, with an exhale, bend forward and come to Adho Mukha Svanasana. Here we will do a vinyasa, 8-point cobra, and from cobra back up to Adho Mukha Svanasana. Now again 8-point, stay in the position and raise one leg, and you can keep it straight or you can bend your leg. And after, with an exhalation, slowly back down and inhale cobra position and downward facing dog. After, again plank pose, 8-point, bring the other leg up, keep it straight or bend it, and with an inhale, slowly come up to cobra position and exhale Adho Mukha Svanasana. From here, step or jump forward and with an inhale, slowly come up. Next, we will do an easy balancing, Vrikshasana. And in Vrikshasana, you can place your feet either in the inner thighs or in at your calf. Now we will do a moving version so you better feel the grounding in your legs. Bring the palm above the head and start to make circling movements with the trunk. Try not to lose sense of balancing. With an inhale, arch your spine a little bit and round your spine with an exhale. Do it in one direction and the other direction a few times. If you fall, just release the position and come back up slowly. And now I will show you a more advanced version when you close your eyes. Try to close your eyes for at least 6-8 breaths. Again, if you fall, it's not a problem, just come back and practice. And now switch sides. If the video is too quick for you, then just stop the video, do the asanas in your own rhythm, and after start again. First we will do the moving motion. Try to enjoy the movements and try to be conscious about each move. And when you are ready, then bring your hands in Namaskar and slowly close your eyes. You have to do a lot of practice to be able to stay with closed eyes for a few breaths. I'm also falling now, moving, but it's completely okay. And next I will show you a more advanced version of balancing in Adho Mukha Svanasana. I will show you all the preparation stages, and you can stay in the first or the second stage. To do the whole asana at first, the full asana, it's quite difficult. So first only rise one leg straight and the opposite hand. And if you can stay like this for a few breaths, then it's completely fine. If you want to go to the second stage, bring your hands to your sacrum and bend the knee. And the third stage, when you can grab your ankle with your palm. If you fall, then just stay in the previous phase. And when you are steady for a few breaths, then go ahead. Don't forget that in an asanas, we always have to be steady and after stretching. So always feel comfortable, conscious, and after go further. Repeat it on the other leg as well. And when you are ready, just rest for a few breaths. You can interlace fingers behind your back and move the shoulder a little bit front and back, releasing tension in the shoulder. And next we will continue with a very funny sequence. Usually it makes a lot of laugh in the class. Grab your big toe and come to Navasana. And from Navasana, either the legs closed or wide stance apart, you can slowly roll back to Halasana, plow pose, and after slowly back. Just try to find the right balance of moving. See as you're moving on your sitting bones, and after roll back down and slowly up. Rest for a few breaths and next we will continue with inversion. In this video I won't explain inversion. For this I have the asana instruction videos. Here just if you haven't practiced inversion, then just skip it for now. If you already practice headstand, then do 3-5 minutes of headstand of your choice. Pull yourself up to headstand. If you already practice with teacher and you are a beginner, then you may use wall support. Please do it for your own risk with consciousness, observation. And you can do different moving variation in the sequence. You may bring your legs to eagle position or any variation you like. At intermediate level, we keep the headstand at least for 3-5 minutes. When you are ready, just slowly come to child pose and rest for a few breaths. Let the breaths become even. And after we continue with Sarvangasana, shoulder stand. So slowly push yourself up to Sarvangasana, rise up to shoulder stand, and see that you're squeezing together the shoulder blades. The weight is on your shoulder and the upper arms are parallel with each other. Push your spine inside the body and engage the back part of your leg. Sternum close to the chin. Try to be as straight as possible, balancing the back and the front part of your body. If you are more advanced, then you can release the hands on your mat, interlace fingers, or you can bring the hand to your ears, or even to your thighs. Just breathe equally. Activate the legs so the weight is not falling on your trunk. And just stay in your body and observe the asana. And now I will do an advanced variation. Don't attempt it if you are not an advanced practitioner, or first practice it with a teacher, in the presence of a teacher. With an exhale, you can lower the legs down on your mat to Setu Bandhasana, and with an inhale, slowly bring yourself up again. See that you're stabilizing your lower back meantime moving. After, you can attempt with the other legs as well. Down to Setu Bandhasana to bridge position, and after push yourself up. You can try it a few times, or slowly you can come to Halasana, plough's position. See that your sitting bones is towards the ground, towards the sky. Lengthen your leg, stretch your knee. Push the ground away with the ball of your feet and activate your heels. You can grab your big toe. With an exhale, slowly to Karnapidasana. And when you are ready, slowly roll back to Shavasana. Now rest in Shavasana for 5-10 minutes. See that the position is comfortable, releasing tension in the whole body, especially in the shoulders, lower back, back, neck, and breathing out all that accumulated tension. Just feel the grounding sensation. Try to watch your breath with an inhale prana, and with an exhale, release all what you don't need anymore. You can think a few seconds if there was something which was disturbing you in the past few days, emotionally or logically, and just release all the tension. Just give space to the new things. Give all the negativity to Mother Earth and let it transform it. See you tomorrow. Her transform it to positive energy.